Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Betty Nilsson, and this is the January update for 2022. Hope you all had happy holidays and had a chance to have some downtime and relax a little bit before this upcoming busy year. I would like to take a moment before I begin to thank those who participated in last month's Stargate event. It was certainly a heightened experience as the masters and the divine beings brought forth those very powerful new art codes. So thank you once again for being present. Much love. So now as we have moved through the last gateway of 2021, make sure to take time to rest up, as 2022 will be a non-stop year, especially energy-wise. As we are at this point in our ascension journey, there is no breaks anymore. It's just constant energy flow coming in intensely and consistently. It's almost like being on a boat on the water in rough seas, where you just have those waves that just keep coming in, and it's just relentless. This is where we're at. So we have to try to surf those waves and pay particular attention to when your body, mind, emotions, soul needs that rest. Please pace yourself, because this is going to be a very quick moving year again. If you thought 2021 rolled fast, this is going to move even quicker. So make sure you take that downtime, because it's important as we receive these codes and these energies that you can assimilate and adjust to whatever frequencies we're receiving. This way you can avoid any type of burnout, which so many of us are experiencing, for the last couple of years, just pushing beyond what we should be. So with the harmonics shifting, you may have noticed some physical, activities too, where your ears are consistently ringing. And the feeling of almost sensory overload, where you almost feel like you want to crawl out of your own skin. You just can't tolerate it. And it can push you over the edge and have you feeling very overwhelmed and frustrated. And this is the body's way of purging what no longer is needed and allowing that adjustment to take place. So hence you can see a lot of people are frustrated out there. Many are experiencing emotional meltdowns at this time from the stress, the overworking, the feeling frustrated, and the physical symptoms that are going on with their body. It's not always, I've noticed, COVID symptoms are also replicate ascension symptoms. So sometimes that gets confused a little bit. I know one person who I spoke to said she had COVID, she was having hallucinations, and it wasn't particularly from COVID. I was getting the information that this was part of her psychic energies being shifted and coming online. So sometimes that line can be blurred a little bit. You have the normal COVID symptoms, but then our psychic abilities for some of us are coming online, more and more if you're not used to that. And so you can have these different shifts. So she wasn't really hallucinating. She was just actually seeing. So, but because of the fact of COVID, it got attached to that. So make sure you recognize the signs before you get to that point of meltdown. So once you can stop yourself and recognize it, you're able to shift it. And so you don't go down the rabbit hole. On the other hand, during this passageway, you might have noticed that you might have felt a deepening of connection to source and deeper inner knowing and understanding without having a way to really explain it or express it. It's just this beautiful, blissful feeling of unity and being one with all, and really being in that place of knowing everything is okay. Everything is okay. And it's all working out according to divine plan. Especially the more you embody the higher codes and frequencies, the more you purge of the old, the more you will have these blissful feelings. And you don't ever want to leave that place. And it becomes your new normal. This is what we're headed towards as we go through the ascension process, is the chaotic and the meltdowns and the frustrations. That is not our normal. Our normal is living in bliss. And once you experience that and have a taste of it, you're going, oh, I want to stay there. And it's not about running away from your life. It's about embodying everything and embracing it. So the more you can be in that state of presence, of that state of bliss, the easier everything becomes for you. So this month we are going to have more magnetic shifts again, which of course will affect our not only our physical body, but the planetary fields. So again, make sure you're engaging in your light skills as to be able to maintain that bliss and peace and flow and balance. So if you feel yourself slipping, get yourself right back on track. So because we are at a juncture of major transformation, so you don't want to get bogged down in all the outer stuff that's going on. You want to be able to stay away from that chaos, because it won't serve you. It won't do you any good. It will only bring more fear and anxiety, which are the lower vibrations, which will then in turn bring you more fear and anxiety. So make sure you choose to focus in higher consciousness and heart-based choices, rather than letting yourself slip down into those lower vibrations. And I know it's easier said than done sometimes when you're in the middle of it, but that's your cue to take a pause and go, okay, let me bring myself back. Let me take a breather. Let me take a breath. Take a short walk, whatever you need to do. If you're at work and you need to hide in the bathroom for a few minutes, then do that. But just learn to take that pause. So along with the magnetic fields shifting this month, we also have the first of 4 retrogrades, which is from January 14th to February 4th. We also have the pre-retrograde, which starts on January 1st, and then the post ends February 24th. So, for those, you've heard me speak about it over the years, you know what to do. If you're new to it, Google it. There's plenty of information out there. Just use your discernment when you're reading it. But I find that this first retrograde is actually perfect timing, as winter offers us this quiet and solitude. And Mercury retrogrades are all about taking that pause, taking that breath, slowing down, letting things kind of go, because if you push through it, it generally doesn't work out for you. Well, it never works out for you if you push through it like that. So you'll just end up frustrating yourself. So just like nature knows instinctively that it's a time of stillness and rest, it has to rest so it can bloom again in the spring. And through our own stillness, we can find solutions and peace. So just by being still and going inward. So now this is a great time. If you don't already have a meditation practice, it's a great time to learn. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube. Just try to align with what you like. 5-10 minutes start with. Don't and don't have any expectations to it. Just see what you are drawn to and just allow and just try it, because it really will help in this coming year. And if you've fallen off the meditation wagon, and I know who you are, it's a great time to bring yourself back into practice, as this year is going to bring our share of challenges along with speeding up. So you're going to need to have some kind of foundation to help you through this. So now I have been seeing Gabriels Horn being blown for a while now. And last week I heard the divine say to me 3 times it blows. And I was shown the horn. And when I asked, they said this is a signaling of frequency changes. So as we have these harmonics that are changing and shifting, it will cause disruption to the planet and how we function as a society. Yeshua had told me, he said, these disruptions are necessary in order to bring change that we are moving in. But we're moving further into this new era. So the next several years will be challenging. It's not just this year, it's not what we've been through, but we're probably looking into 2025 that we will have fast-paced, monumental changes in all aspects of our lives. And again, bringing back, through these massive transformations, you need to have a good foundation to be able to move through this, as we are being called to master our emotions, our mind, our body at this time. So it's going to be, a little bit longer than people would probably want. But we can all get through this. We can all do it, because that's what we came here for. I've also noticed for the last year that when I normally clear properties, I clear whatever is on that property or in the house. And I noticed that the divine had me not only releasing the souls on the particular properties, but also on adjacent properties. So this is a part of the purification process to help release as many souls as we can at this time that are stuck. If you think about it, there are thousands upon thousands of souls that are tethered to this earth for various reasons. And releasing them is very important at this time. So not only may they return to the point of their point of origin, but also for the earth to be cleansed, to be purified, to release all of that negativity. And so the planet can be made new again. And I can tell you over the years of clearings that there is so much fear and anger and hatred from those who were stuck on this plane, or entities whose intention was to cause havoc. So these lower grade frequencies, need to be cleared and purified, as we are no longer in that old cycle. We've moved into the new cycle. And just like anything else, this is a process of clearing out and releasing. I have also been receiving a tremendous amount of information the last few months concerning the new cycle, with new programs coming in, new circuits, new coordinates, new binary Fibonacci codes, light codes, and templates for the new Earth. So we can liken it to a computer that, we have to update the version, on the computer to help it function better. So we're doing the same thing. I was shown the new circuitry for the Earth's energy grids. So this too is a part of an ongoing process as it continues to be built upon, and new structures are made. And this is shifting, so that process continues as we ascend. Yeah, so that will continue for a period of time yet. So in November, the Council of Light spoke about reflection. In December, it was about resistance. And this month, they would like to bring up respect. They would express at this time of great change that, you be careful and you be mindful about what you voice. Be conscious, be in that conscious state of mind before you react. While it is always important and wise to speak your truth, you should never not speak your truth. They would like you to do it in a conscious way so as not to belittle or degrade others. While most find that casting a shadow on another one's life is their personal right, it is often their own need to control something or someone or a certain situation, which results in disrespecting others. We're at a time where the boundaries have become blurred. You can still get your point across and come to an agreement without, causing a scene. For instance, I read the other day, which I had a laugh. There was a woman in Starbucks who wasn't happy with her, coffee because it wasn't the color of her face foundation. I can't remember. It was a MAC foundation, and she actually gave the code like NC40 or something like that. And she gave the quote back and said, "No, I wanted the color of my foundation." And I thought that was hysterical and ridiculous at the same time. It's like, where have we gone to? The poor woman had made it to the specifications of what Starbucks has, and of course you can always change it. But to go for the color of the foundation, I just didn't know what to say to that one or to think. It's like, you're kidding. So they want you to really think about, and and she wasn't nice about it, which was the point. So we've come to a point where we only need to look to social media, where lives can be destroyed by false accusations, where verbal abuse is considered normal. And that's not normal, to abuse others just because you're not in the right space. And this abuse comes without any pause or regard to others' feelings and how it may affect them. Respect encompasses more than just words. Our energy is with us. It gets carried with us wherever we go. We are energy. We're pure energy. So whether it's positive or negative, you share that energy with everyone you encounter, and then therefore will attract that same energy back. So the unconscious mindset says it's okay to cross boundaries, to inconvenience or be disrespectful to others, as long as I get what I want when I want it. But they don't fully understand the law of cause and effect. And, respect also goes, to our environment also. We have destroyed the earth and littered the world with garbage, which is in every corner of the world. But, that is also a lack of respect. Not respecting what we have, because the earth gives us all we need. So when the earth is out of balance, what happens? It's the same as a person. When they're out of balance, we will lose water. We'll have the loss of water. We'll have the loss of land. We'll have the loss of food. There are plagues. There are viruses. These things happen. So the earth has to come back into balance also. So when you are out of balance, it comes from a lack of connection to self and to source. And which causes feelings of abandonment, feeling alone, being hurt, depressed, confused, feeling victimized, which is not the farthest thing from the truth. It's just that loss of that natural connection that we have to earth and to source. So when you tap into yourself and source, you will see life from a very different window. One that isn't clouded, but one that is clear and bright, and you understand things on a higher level. So when you come into that alignment, you are living life fulfilled. You live life from peace, surrender, harmony, happiness, flow. When you are attuned and reconnected, you are able to see yourself as others. There is no separation and there's no difference. We are all part of the global and now upcoming galactic community. So being mindful and considerate, we can change the world. And when we live from abundance and not from lack, and lose the mentality of it's us against them, things will shift. And one of the greatest gifts that we've been given is the ability to shift anything. We are now coming into a time where your manifestations, which you've heard me talk about before, are coming very quickly. So this is a year that you're able to create exactly what you want when you want it. But you have to be aligned, you have to be attuned, and you have to be in that mindset. And you can't be playing the ping pong ball back and forth and doubt. And I don't know if this is going to happen, because then you lose that connection again. You have to be in that state of belief and creation. And you can create not only for yourself, but for the planet. But you've got to really focus in on, again, foundations, alignments, attunements, to be in that place to create the magic that we can. We have left the third dimension. We're in the fifth dimension now. We have been in the fifth dimension now, but people haven't quite caught on to that yet. So it's remembering, what do you want to create from? Do you want to create from the lower realms, or do you want to create from the higher realms? It's always your choice. But now we have this opportunity, and the more of us that create from love and light and abundance, the earth can shape and change very rapidly. So it's all up to us. So, they would end with be that magnet, of light. Share it. Put it out there. Just keep shining your light out there this year for yourself and for everyone that you encounter. And we'll see how fast we can shift this. The more that it's the more that gets on board, the quicker we can change it. So Let me see if they want to add anything else to that. Getting the thumbs up. Okay. Okay. So just a quick update before I do the light language. If you'd like to sign up for the emails, I do put, I have the monthly updates, the events, and special offers. So you can go to my website and just subscribe to the email and sign up there, and then you'll receive that monthly. Also, this month's light language codes, written codes, are posted on Facebook and Instagram. And Mary Magdalene came through and gave me these beautiful codes, this beautiful transmission. So you can go on and take a look, and there's a little bit more information. I will list all the sites and information below. And thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing to this new channel. It's a new adventure for me, so I'm just kind of getting the hang of this. So we'll leave it at that, and wishing you all a very happy and blessed and creative new year. Yep, creative new year. And this month's light codes they're just saying to me they're going to be of higher consciousness, but also for strength and for hope, which we will need in the coming year. So thank you again, everyone. Garia tushte na arana yushela mane aki. O kurama aya ne aka asu. Tuturanda ayeya na aka. Turandea ne ase upu ala ama ayashe neata. Akaratu shu she na atea. Dana yuana maya ayate no wa arata. Gana we ayena. Sariane akuramba asha atane ala. Bekbek na sui ita iato na imana ana. Akurana su ushta yena hakurana shu orabanea ahai ta ishtu ne ana aka. Arama ayana tokoya ne asa. Ea kushte yu ishte ne ata bia ne ata. Asa atea ne aya kaya ne. Turante pa ashtonai. Diane akuya ne aka. Lane akiasute anaya urona. Nakarinyasu aranyanya isha tea na eliakuma ai. Manea yeso yenea. Te aramanosos. Berianya tokia nea supia anta. Piaranea tea su. Lachme ne etayana. Arana yaku ushte ane. Nanea kiatai ishti tu urampa aka. Nena aranaso. Akarutama iakarete na. Dokushta aka awunane ala anea. Dukuranyasi avhorita pi anya. Ananasa ako. Arianase ete. Aha oranatasa. Ma ayenya nasu iki. Nariakia tosho. Ayasanyo tu ireniakia tu sumaya. Turina maya yea na iaka. Mariana nyane toso. Lariaria wayane akia. Nare mea koya naya so. Aranea kapa aayane ananaya. Oria kama ane tutuea. Lamia tusuya nyaso. Oria nepi ikiane a. Tuyanya se karea yane oriana. Ariano shoriana sui tushu. Ekiane tusu wia yakurita. Wiria brea asu yeste. Nane aku arama aye. Dedane atu. Daria nepia kia tarea pain. Ushte. Lakianoso. Yane Warayanea. Yayan Tobayedi Koredasa. Yabiakusht. Yahucht. Ane Achnabe Asu. Neanasu Kariatasa. Yeshakane and Yushte Nariaraka. So it is. So it is. So it is. Many blessings.